Welcome, part 2 of generational dating, and we're talking to one. If you didn't catch last week, you need to go back and watch it. It was amazing. We had testimonies and things. Again, I need you to like and share. I need you to also subscribe to When the Right One Comes YouTube channel. Those of you on Facebook, I need you to do the same thing. I need you to like it. I need you to share it. Let's share. Let's have a sharing. Sharing is caring, y'all. I'm your host, Bishop Greg Davis, and I want to tell you about an event. I believe that 2024 is going to be where you're going to hook up with that right one. You're going to attach with that right one. The word says when you find a good thing, you obtain favor from the Lord, y'all, brothers. Also, he that finds a wife finds a good thing, means you stumble upon that person. So I believe this is going to be the year that's going to happen. So let me prepare you. Let me help you on the journey on December 18th. That's December 18th. It's a $20 registration, only $20. We're going to have guests. We're going to be live from the studio. We're going to send you the link once you register. We're going to be covering everything from dating to even one of the things we have to do is change our mindset. And we talked about it in the last show. You have to change your mindset toward the future and not dwell on the past. And we're going to be talking about that on the 18th. It's from 8 p.m. until 10. We're going to have live music. We have a DJ there. Every event I do, I have a DJ live and things. If you sit there and eat your dinner, whatever, we're going to chat. We're going to chew, drink, whatever you want to do is going to be amazing. I'm going to have guests. Go to gregdavisshow.com and register right now. Again, welcome to When the Right One Comes, and welcome to Groundbreaking Studios. Don't forget, those of you that will partner with me every month with a $20 donation to help us do all that we do here in the studio and this program. We're talking again about different generations. Nina Fryer is back. Nina Nero Fryer. I still call you Fryer. Mm-hmm. Nina Nero is back with us. She's 61 years old and single.
Hallelujah.
Kara is back with us. Where's your last name now? Is it back to what?
It's still Lewis.
It's still Lewis. Okay. What was your maiden name?
Shola.
Yeah. She's 48.
Yes.
All right. And then we have the baby of the group.
Hey,
she's back with us, Mikey. Good to have you back. She's 28 years old, and she's the only one around the table that is taken. But she's still sharing her experience. I want to start this week about commitment. It is said that men don't want to be committed in this generation. Do you think in your time, way back when?
It's terrible.
Oh my God! I can't stand him
across the table.
Can you remember that far? Way.
You're not right.
He's so disrespectful.
Before there was a when and a how, a who and a what. When God fling the stars in the sky.
But you do know we the same age, though, right?
It don't matter. And I ain't talking about it. I got the mind. And he spoke into existence.
Oh my goodness.
You remember that far back? We look good for 61, though. Y'all got to admit, we look good for 61 now. Huh?
Yes.
So, do you think that being that you've had a chance to, because to be honest with you, a lot of people don't get another chance. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, your husband passed, but you get another go at it. And so in that, do you think men's commitment level, with Brian, your husband, he was committed?
Very.
Very committed.
Never cheated one time.
Never cheated.
Not one time.
No.
Got scared when the girl gave him her phone number.
I remember that.
He gave it to me.
Yeah. That's how, yeah. And you had 30 years of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never cheated one time. But then the last joker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you think about his commitment versus now, how has it changed?
The men now, well, Brian he was saved. He got saved in the apostolic church. His pastor was a sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, speaking tongues bishop. So his upbringing in spirituality really deterred him from cheating. And then I was nasty. So, yeah. My mother told me this. She said, never say no and do whatever they want to do. And they'll stay home. And it worked. You don't have hang-ups and hold-ups when it comes to your husband. I don't care. You swing on which pole? Oh, you think that'll hold me? I'm up there.
Right.
And he never wanted to. He never had a reason to, because normally men that are not committed because there are too many stipulations at home. There's too many stipulations in the bedroom. You know, I don't do that. Okay, well, the girl down the street does. And she do it from the back. So if the commitment level was so much different. And then not just because of the man, but because of the commitment that we had to each other. As long as you do what you need to do, you know, and don't put up those barriers. I used to say to my mother, I said, "Mom, I'm going to say no, not say no every night." She said, you create scenarios, but you never let the words come out of your mouth.
That's good.
Man.
Okay,
what?
good wisdom.
She said, you can stay up and watch TV. I'm be there in the sweetie. I'll be there. And next thing you know, and then you go to bed. You see what I'm saying? So she created, she taught me. But when the dating pool now, they want to go out and they want to do you the first night. Or then they want to do 50-50. You pay you, I pay me. Can you pick me up? I'm going to go with a hard no. And then they want you to go meet them at the park. They just want to sit and smoke and chill. They don't want to spend no money. So we can go to the water. Hell, I can go there. I go to the water every day. It's called a shower. So I don't need to go sit at the water. So the dating pool now, they are limited because they don't have any imagination. They can't create a date. I saw a couple, and this couple was maybe about 50, 60, you know. They were at the Riverwalk. He had a table. Aww. He had the tablecloth. He had the glasses. He had the rose, and they were having lunch.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the water as long as you got something playing at the water.
Be creative.
Just sit in the car.
Yeah, just be creative. You know, I don't smoke weed. I don't drink, so that's not a good date for me. Yeah. You know, I don't want to chill. Yeah. And now the dating pool is about less money. They don't want to spend it on you because if I'm spending my money on you, then I can't buy the weed man a house. You know, and I'm trying to get him together. I'm trying to straighten that brother out. You know what I'm saying? He need a new car. Right. So I'm going to make sure that my 20 is always in his pocket every 4 or 5 hours. So then I can't spend money. I can't invest in getting to know you. I feel like I had a guy ask me this last night. Can we go out? Okay, where's a good place for you? Maybe we can go to Starbucks. Okay, I'll go to Starbucks. Because I drink coffee, so I'll go to Starbucks. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, because I don't really know you like that. So even the Starbucks date just turned into I don't know. Because, you know, Starbucks is expensive at times, depending on the area you're in. I live in Dearborn, so of course, you know, I'm going to pay $10 for one of these. I guess in his mind, I don't even know if you're worth $10. Right. So how do you date now? How do you feel okay going out with someone who, first of all, you pull up, he don't open the door. No, meet me there. Just do that. But if I pull up, at least be sitting outside in the car waiting on me. Right. Don't be in there at the bar. You know, already started drinking. Right. Which means to me, this wasn't really about me and you. It wasn't a connection date. This was just you not wanting to be in the house by yourself. Mm-hmm. So you're at the bar. I got to get out of my car in the cold, in the dark, by myself, and without nobody there. If I'm going to do that, then I might as well go on to Sam's Club.
You know what's so good about certain scenarios like that? People will immediately show you who they are. And you can just quickly not waste your time.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's cool.
Right, I pull off.
I'm just going to keep pushing.
You know, I went and looked at the bar and I was like, he drinking. Had like 3-4 drinks. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I texted him, was like, sorry, something came up. You know, my daughter gets sick a lot, so.
But it's really about what you accept.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's about what you accept. Again, a man will do what you allow. And if you don't call him on it, and some of it don't really make no difference because, again, options.
Yeah.
They got other options. Where you won't put up with it.
Yeah, somebody else will.
Somebody else will. Now, I want to go back to the sex thing. Because I was always, it was always said in our generation, you don't let your man leave, hungry, in need. Make sure he empty when he leave. That's kind of how our generation. How does that differ?
I agree with what Nina said.
Yeah.
But that's for my husband.
Yeah, that's what we talking about. Yeah, that's
marriage. Yeah. We're talking marriage. Yeah,
that's for my
husband.
husband.
A boyfriend getting it like that.
The men now dating, they want all those things with no commitment.
Yeah.
And then they act mad. They get mad if you say, well, we're not together, whatever. When you set boundaries, it makes them mad. But again, what you just said, I like that because I'm beginning to see people right away.
Yeah.
And the great part about where I'm at in life, I know what I can deal with and I know what I can't deal with. So I don't let those red flags just go over me and continue to talk to them and engage because I'm going to be honest, that's a lot of women problem. We will see the red flags and we will continue to talk because we're bored, we're lonely. I'm gonna go out to dinner, and then you're caught up.
Yeah.
So when I see those red flags, I immediately I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't. And so this is a great place. I know what I want. I know what I could deal with, and I know what I can't deal with.
You know what's crazy? The people don't even hide the red flags anymore. They just out there like, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I believe women have really made it so easy for men nowadays.
Again, because y'all accept it.
Exactly.
Women accept it. So they figure, okay.
Right. Next,
another
if
thing
this
I
one
think
won't,
women
another
do
one will.
when we meet a man, we tell too much too soon.
Talk
It's
about
like
that.
I talk about that all the time.
we'll tell everything we've been through. We tell what we want, what we expect. So we basically just gave them the blueprint to our heart. If you say, well, my ex never took me out to dinner, he never spent time with me, what you think he's going to do? He's going to be taking you out to dinner, and then that's not the real him. And then when you're caught up 3 months later, you see the real him because a person can only pretend for so long.
Yeah,
right.
And then you see the real him, and now you're caught up, and so I believe I don't give too much information when I first meet. I want you to organically get to know me, get to know my heart. I'm not giving you the blueprint to my heart.
Right.
And remember, a man that can afford to do things, taking you out to dinner,
That's nothing.
that's nothing to him.
Nothing. Yeah.
A man that can afford to do, that's just disposable. I'm gonna eat anyway. That's my big thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat anyway. You want to come?
Yeah.
Right.
No, because I'm gonna eat anyway,
Right.
and I can afford it. So it's those kind of things where a man has the upper hand because again, you're telling him, and so if he has disposable income, then a dinner, that's all you want. My man didn't take me. I can take you out. He didn't give me that much. Buying something for a woman, Nina knows me. That ain't you
Man,
know
I
me.
used to get so mad at him. If you buy another Louis Vuitton,
What Lil Wayne said, it ain't tricking if you got it.
It ain't. I mean, a
I used to
man.
be like, don't buy clothes.
Yeah, don't hit me because I ain't. She said used to. I ain't.
Yeah.
Don't hit me.
Not
'cause
now.
it ain't- it
Not
ain't-
now.
it
You
ain't
go
happening.
get what's that Hudson Cafe and
You
then
gonna
take
get-
your
you-
ass on home. Hallelujah.
You learn, and
Yeah.
you should learn
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yeah.
So she didn't commitment. Men of this generation, your age, 30 years, they saying that they ain't no commitment nowadays.
I would agree. It is men. I don't understand, but a lot of men do have issues with committing. And I think it stems from a lot of different things. Men are just as broken and hurt as women. Yeah. Like, and that'd be really the biggest part of it. But some men don't want to give up the cake. Again, if they getting all these other things, they don't want to give it up. It is a journey. Like, it is. A lot of men have not. When I was in the dating scene, I'm like, y'all just want to have fun, just want to hang out. Like, oh, okay, no, thank you. I'm just not gonna waste your time because you wasted mine.
And a man, and I say this often, it's one of my sayings: just because you're having a good time, it don't mean you're a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. A man can go on for years, and you go out with him, and he's having a good time because he don't want a commitment.
No intentions.
No intentions
at all.
And that's why women get taken for a ride, because you never stop and say, what is this?
Where we going?
Right.
Where's this ride going?
Yeah.
Where we ended up with this?
Right.
And it don't necessarily have to be marriage, but what's in it?
Right.
Are we,
What's the purpose?
what's the purpose? Are we going somewhere? Yeah. And so, ladies, don't be fooled. Well, he takes me out all the time. He spends money, if it's disposable. Yeah. Time is no problem, because he don't want to commit. And if he sees that you're not going to push him, then he's going to continue to just have a good time with you and never commit. You want to say something?
Yeah. And saying something is not enough anymore either. You got to really show them.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of women that say, well, I told him this and I'm not going to do this. And the guy is still taking them.
Because you're still there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you're still there.
Right. So
because you're still there.
It doesn't really mean nothing. You have to really show them, like, listen, this is the boundaries I'm set. This is what I expect.
She just talking, man. I'll buy this and she'll be all right.
Right. Do you know my friend said that to me?
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? We're not going anywhere with this. He buy me everything. That man buy me everything, literally. But won't spend 3 hours with me. Okay, let me go. He won't spend 1 hour. Busy, always got businesses, and he's a developer, the whole nine years. Too busy. So I had to make the decision, I'm just going to take the gifts. And not expect any other type of commitment.
Because you know what it is.
Right. This is what you do. You give and you take care of, you support. And guess what? I like that. So I don't need you as
But it's not going anywhere.
No, and it's not. And so we have the understanding
that's the tables turned.
Yeah, we have the understanding that if this is not going anywhere, I got that in my head. So I'm gonna let you exhaust yourself.
But is this what you want?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Why would I not? I'm not 28. I'm not 48. I'm 61. So if there's nothing in it for me, then why am I here? Absolutely. We're not getting ready to be married.
Right.
Understood. We're not having a committed relationship. Understood.
So you're using him as much as he
See,
how long can this...
I would really put it in those words.
You said it. How long can something like this, we call it a situationship today, what have you. How long can something like this last
until
before
I'm
you
done.
start? Okay, and then it's
until I'm done.
What happens after that?
Until
something else comes
until
along?
somebody comes
the right
and
one
occupy.
comes along.
So what you call it, a placeholder?
He's a placeholder.
He's a placeholder, right?
But this is the reverse. This is the reverse that y'all are doing.
Right.
But this is the difference. You understand.
Yeah.
You're not blind. You're not oblivious.
No.
You are very clear on where you are in the decisions that you want to make.
Because he was clear in the beginning.
Yep.
And I want you to be my friend.
And this goes to my theory, ladies, that it's a teachable moment. Men will tell you exactly where they are.
Yeah, you got to hear them.
You have to decide whether you want to play or not.
Yeah.
Brothers, you should tell them, because you may get a Nina who want to play right along with you.
Right. If this is where you are, then I'm going to be with you. Because I like stuff. I like things. And that's what you provide. You don't want to watch Netflix. That's okay. You ain't got to chill with me. Right. But I'm going to chill with this watch on you bought me. You see what I'm saying? So
that'd be like a lot of the issues, because it goes both ways, right? A lot of times either men do say it and women still try to paint this different picture.
Yeah,
Like, no, he gonna change. He's gonna commit one day, but he told you he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times women or men won't tell you.
Yeah.
And now you just looking up like, hold on.
Right.
I didn't know, but you saw in the actions. But this is just for the men to hold themselves accountable to say, no, listen, I'm just looking for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Like, be honest so women can make that decision and say, okay, cool, same here. Or no, that's not what I want. I'm going to let you go find a person that's for you.
Right.
Like, it goes both ways.
Right.
But
Take
we
me
have to
off
be
the
mindful
hook,
of
though.
that.
Yeah.
See, when you catch a fish, the best way to prepare it is you got to take it off the hook. And most people, I won't just say men, but they like to keep you on the hook.
For sure.
Because I want you, but I don't really want you.
And I don't want nobody else to have you.
But I don't want nobody else to have you. So
Yeah.
as long as you're on my hook, and it's okay when you mature to that place, because then you learn that I'm still going out. I'm gonna still date because we're not committed.
Yeah.
And I can throw your words back at you. You see.
And they don't like that. Oh, they don't like that.
When you're able to say you said that we were friends. So friends
I thought
don't
it was
have no
cool.
commitments. You know, I got plenty friends. So Monday I'm gonna be with friend number 1, and then Tuesday I'll be. What day you free? You saying? But at least I have an understanding.
Yeah.
I respect him for that. Yeah. The very initial conversation was, I'm not gonna lie, I'm building, I'm working, I don't have time for probably what you deserve. But this is what I offer.
Is that settling?
Absolutely.
You're settling.
Absolutely.
Okay. Why?
I'm not oblivious because I'm still healing. So am I prepared for a committed relationship? No. I need to heal. I have to do the self-work first.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that I'm not going to damage the next person that comes along. Okay. So I can go on this date with you. I can enjoy you. We can, have a good time. I can get a box come through the mail, and then, but I get the time to lay in my bed, working with my businesses and heal. Because most people just go from relationship to relationship to relationship. Mm-hmm. So all of this baggage that I've gained, I had 30 years with a man. I had 2 years, 6 months. I've been in all these different situations and never taken the time to deflate. Because all these relationships have inflated me.
Yes.
So now I'm deflating.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
I'm compressing.
That's what I love, the honesty with yourself. A lot of us lack being honest with ourselves. If we can be honest and look in the mirror and do that work, you'll heal quicker than you think.
Yeah.
When you be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
stop
really
damaging
respect
people.
that.
Yeah.
Stop breaking people. Stop messing up people.
Yeah, that comes with, and I hate to put the age. That comes with age, though.
Yeah.
It comes with that you don't care. You just start telling it. That's where I'm at. Transparency. That's why so many people follow me, because I don't really care. Right now, you still at that age that I gotta watch, because I'm still trying to climb. I ain't trying to climb nothing. I'm there.
Yeah. I just like to be private. I don't think it's people's business. A lot of things.
That'll change.
Yeah, it will. Eventually,
I'm
you'll be
sure
like,
certain things,
girl,
but
I don't
Some
care.
will. It will.
But you know
little
what'll
bit.
make it change
'Cause I
for
was
you?
there, yeah.
What'll make it change for you is whether they know or not, it still doesn't change anything.
And we all say sharing what parts of you.
Well,
everything.
just what she's sharing now, that transparency,
Yeah.
that comes from you don't really care what people think, because what does it make difference? Now I'm private, but my experiences, I don't care what people think. It's not reckless neither. It's intentional, because it'll help other people. But just that you shared that, you love that about her, but that's a process, because it wasn't always like that.
No. It was a time, where I walked around on eggshells trying to make sure I did everything he needed me to do, everything right. And I said the right things. How do I look? I was so insecure. My teeth were messed up. My hair is short. You know what I'm saying? And then I came out of the kind of family that made me feel like I was like an outcast because everybody was the same size, everybody looked the same, you know, they were all petite, and like his ex, my sister was small like you and cute, you know, and I was big and burly and, you know, taller than everybody else, and so they used to make me feel like I just didn't fit. Yeah. You know, and so I shrunk.
You dimmed your light.
I know.
I shrunk.
And that brings problems.
Yeah.
Because in my marriage of 18 years, I never felt like I was able to be myself. I always, like you said, walked on eggshells, and I held so much stuff in, but nobody never knew it. I always was smiling. I was always joking. And I'm okay. And he did so many things, and I still treated him good. Still made sure his bath water was ran, ironed his clothes. I did all that.
You was a good one.
I mean, with his kid, like the kids' clothes ironed for the week, his clothes was ironed for the week. I timed him. He was 7 minutes from the house. If I fried food, I 7 minutes before he came in, I dropped his fresh. That's the type of wife I was. So I sat at home, and I would always hold this stuff in and say, I'm okay. But you know what happened? I got sick. Because holding that stuff in, it works on your body. I mean, sick to the point where I thought I was dying.
Yeah.
Because every disease is just a disease of your spirit.
That's
Disease
good.
can be traced to
Disease. Yeah, write that down.
Yeah, it's just a disease of your spirit. So dealing with rejection, dealing with a husband that rejected me all the time, always was cheating, it made me self-hate myself. I started dealing with asthma and allergies, and that's all goes back to self-hate and rejection. You could trace all this. So now I'm at the place where I have to be with someone that I'm comfortable. No, I'm not even going to say that I'm comfortable. I have to speak my truth. I have to say how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, I can't sit on stuff no more.
Good.
So now it's almost like I say it in a nice way. I even figure I'll be like, okay, let me pray about this. Let me, don't react so quickly, but I'm going to say how I feel.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of that stems from people pleasing, right?
Yeah.
We don't want people to leave us.
Yeah, absolutely.
God gave me this breakthrough. Actually, recently, I said, what changed? I used to not care. Like, I just do and say, and if you leave, cool. If you stay, great, whatever. But I got to a place where I wanted people to stay. And he said, because you're people pleasing, you're idolizing them more than you are giving me honor. Wow. You're afraid of them leaving you, so you aren't being your true self. You're being in an image that you think they want you to be. And now you don't even know who you are because you're trying to please everybody else to stay in your life.
Yeah.
And when he said that to me, I was like, oh, no, I'm not putting nobody above you. That's number one. And number two, if you're really for me, you're going to stay or leave regardless.
Yeah.
If you're for me, right? And so when we get to that place of realizing, like, listen, I'm going to be me. And I get it. We want to be perfect, especially women. We want to be perfect. We want to put the chicken in at 7 minutes. That's intention. Like, literally. And I get it. I meal prep. I'm spending hours. We going to plan this meal. It's going to be delicious, right? That's how much we care. But even giving ourselves grace and loving ourselves enough to say, listen, this is me. Like, this is who I am. I'm cool. I'm a great woman.
Yeah.
If you get me, great. You going to be just as great as of a man. If you don't, then that's fine too, because what's for me is for me.
You know what some guy told me? This was random. Because I said that. I was like, I was a great wife. He said, how much sex did you have? This is new. And he said, I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care how shapely you are. I don't care how you clean, cook. I don't care how you keep the kids. If I ain't getting none, you just like the regular women. I cannot value a woman that hold back sex. And it just kind of made me go, what? He said, do you know why? And I don't know if this is accurate, but it was what he said. I'm just quoting. You know why? It was a famous couple. I won't call their names because I don't know if I'm allowed. But they're billionaires, and she is like the number one artist in the world.
Okay.
They just had on nice and silver. It was so nice. Yeah. So he said to me, do you know why her husband had a Becky?
Oh, you said it.
I said, no. And he said, that person is the number one entertainer in the world. Why would somebody cheat on that? Is it because the sex wasn't there? Or they're gone all the time? Or they're neglectful physically? So, if you don't give your body to the man that you're committed to, you're married to, at any given moment, they're going to cheat.
But there's an exception to that. I push back on that. The exception is if you're with a dog, because a dog is going to smell the tail of any dog that is around.
Yeah.
Or the person has a salacious appetite.
Yeah.
And they're just a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I'm saying that's I could see the reasoning on that, but they could just be a hoe.
Yeah.
They could just have a salacious. You could cook the chicken because that was good. Mm-hmm. You could cook the chicken 7 minutes before. You could do everything, but he still cheated. Mm-hmm. Because to a cheater and somebody that got a salacious appetite, it don't make no difference whether you the billionaire, number one artist, whatever, because I'm still a hoe. I'm still going to go get it from somewhere else, no matter what. Men, there's one over here, men don't care. The men can be with the prettiest woman in the world. And if it ain't enough, they can do it every day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then ask you to bring somebody else in because you ain't enough.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to have women thinking to themselves, am I giving up enough? Am I doing, now your body, you tired, you exhausted trying to please this man who has this inner demon in him that he needs to check.
Absolutely.
And you over here, y'all mixing the spirits.
Yeah.
And your spirit ain't aligning with his. And you trying to figure out what's the problem. He has work and healing he needs to do.
Yeah.
I did an interview with a pastor recently, and that's what he talked about. He was, I guess, molested as a child or something, grew up in kind of like a whorehouse, and he has a salacious appetite. Like there's not enough. He has a young wife right now and still be from sliding into DMs and stuff. So my question becomes, when are we going to do the work to be delivered from that? Because if you can recognize that this is not right. I'm supposed to be able to want my partner, and be committed to my partner. Not we are like, why do we have to have you? Why it has to be a we? Why can't it be a us? Because it's not designed for us to be committed. You don't want to commit to me. Mm-hmm. You want us. And if that's the case, then why be with a person if you already know your commitment level? If you know that you have a hard time, that's
why? The question.
It's greed.
But that's the question that I'm still trying to. I always talk about this. If you know that you have, why mess up somebody's life? Why commit? Yes. Nobody has a gun.
No.
You're in a relationship because you want to be. You're not forced to stay there. Nobody is forced to stay there. So why see, I'm the same way. If I'm a cheat, I'm just not going to get in it. Like, I don't have to be in it.
Right.
I could just enjoy life and just date, like she said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
Why mess up somebody's life?
People are selfish. They're greedy.
Mm-hmm.
They prey on people.
Very much so.
You can be, and men and women, everybody do it. You see somebody, you don't want them, but you don't want nobody else to have them. And you're not ready to fully step up to the plate. It's selfish. People are very selfish.
I think a lot of times, I feel like most of the men I dated me because they always feel like I'm the safe person. I've heard from everybody I've ever dated, including my husband, oh, I know you never cheat on me. Oh, I know you loyal. So why can't I get that back? Why is it that I feel like I feel like I have always been taken for granted in every relationship, because when a man meet me, I have old school values. My grandparents was together till death did them part. My parents, I grew up in structure. So every time I ever met a man, they'll meet me and they'll be like, "Oh, you like old school?" Because I'm a servant at heart. You don't have to tell me what to do. I naturally know what to do. What I had to learn is that everybody doesn't deserve it.
Exactly.
Right.
I had to get wisdom in that area. I had to know, like, just because this is what I am, so I have to hold back certain things. But I believe that a lot of times I have met men and they like, she's the safe girl.
Yeah.
You know, I was proposed to last year, and I turned it down.
Really?
And I was in love with this person, and he said it too. He said, you know, I know. I said, why you want to marry me? He said, because I know you would never cheat on me. I know you would never leave me. That scared me.
Yeah.
That scared me, because I was like,
never leave me. That part really,
Yeah,
that
because
means I'm gonna be a ass.
I felt that because that was the same mentality my ex-husband had. He was like, you would never leave me. I know you would never cheat on me. You would never leave me. And I was there 18 years and I put up with a lot. And then one day I was like, enough is enough. And I had to I left like a battered woman. My house was paid for. I literally packed up my truck with my clothes and left everything behind.
Did the same thing, yeah.
And just started over fresh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I that kind of sucks, because I feel like I'm always taken for granted, because they like, you're the safe girl.
So you know what you have to do? You have to stop being the safe girl.
I have to get your number.
Right, you got to stop being the safe girl and start being the dominant. Like, you sound safe. So I would go with that. Like, I would like, yeah, she doesn't sound like she's going to cheat but you know, you might have to cheat. You might have to, not literally, but make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a rebel.
I'm a challenge.
Yeah, I'm a rebel. You know, I would be like, what?
Miss Nina about to start some stuff up in here. Y'all better take it with a grain of salt and stop. They over here feeding their plate.
Right, and sometimes you have to make them think. Like, my friend called me while I was in Texas last week, and I didn't answer the phone on purpose. I was just sitting there looking at it. One call. Hey, yes. 2 calls. And then finally, I just cut it off.
I remember I was in a relationship years ago, and the guy I was dating, his mom was telling me that, like, you're too available, right? And it stayed in the back of my mind until I got into a serious relationship, and I tried to do those, like, mind games, like, all right, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. And it got tiring. I'm like, I'm literally trying to play this game to keep this man on his toes, and for me, that was too much. I said, I don't want to be in a situation I got to play games with you. I want something genuine. But what I realized was I had to genuinely be loving me and genuinely be doing things and focus on me versus trying to find things to be like, let me ignore it. Let me do this. So I'm not free today. Like, you're not doing nothing. Yeah. But I had to genuinely be in that space. And I'm not saying to be too available, but when you are like, because what I realized was when I was actually like doing the work, I really just wasn't available. Like, I got a show coming up. I really just don't have the time versus like me trying to play the game. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this, keep him on his toes. It was exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Like, I don't have time for that. I know. I want the real. I don't want to play with you. Don't play with me. Listen, I'm working on me. I got my business. I'm doing this. I'm really focused on this. And I have time to do other things. That's because when the work is being done, I don't have playtime because I'm working. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's mutual. Now it's like, you know, we can see each other. We meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to play the games, I was tired.
So why do you think it's a game if you don't answer the phone, if you're not?
If you're doing it on purpose,
available?
It is a game.
Well, no, because maybe
it's a game.
Maybe
It's a game.
I thought
if I'm just busy,
I don't like
right
those
now.
games.
Yeah, if he called right now, I'm doing the show. But if he know that though already.
But my thing is, you know, I guess maybe maybe I'm at a place where I want you to feel what I felt.
And that you just said it though earlier, last episode. Don't hurt people.
That's why I said I ain't in a relationship.
We got to stop hurting people.
Yeah,
hurt people.
Yeah, that's games. Because see, what can happen is you can get somebody that's really into you and you play their game. Then you toxicity. I don't know if y'all really study, but it's infectious.
Yeah.
You can turn. That's why I got out of the relationship I was in, because I felt myself turning into somebody that I've never been. And that comes from the interaction with somebody that's giving you that.
Yeah.
So when you begin to do that, So now you turning over and doing the same thing to somebody else. That's infectious. You're infected.
Okay, I'm infected.
It's game.
Anybody got antibiotics?
Yeah, we got you all type of antibiotics. You should be drugged up. No,
I think right now, because my focus is not on guys and stuff, it's not on relationships. It could be a game, but it's more or less like, I don't want that right now. I want what I'm doing right now. I'm building, I'm building legacy, and so I don't want to be thrown off. Yeah. So maybe I think I need to try and
leave them alone.
Yeah,
I think that's the best thing when we just leave. When we just choose, like, I want to date. Like, I don't need no entertainment. I'm just focused.
Yeah.
Every single time, I can tell you, when I chose and I said, I'm just going to focus on me. I want to heal. I want to do the work. Then, boom, here this man come. Oh, I wasn't ready. At least I didn't think I was. I'm trying to do me. just me. Nobody else. When we get into those spaces and really start to do that healing work, you'll look up and find your person.
Yeah, because I don't even look for it. I literally, like he was like, don't you step out the box, Kay. You need to try to date. And I'm like, I don't even, it's
that's
right
exhausting.
now just working on me.
Do you desire to be in a relationship?
I do desire.
Then it's not going to knock at the door.
I do desire.
It's not going to come in your garage.
But I don't want to go looking for it. Like
you don't. But you have to put yourself out there.
Yeah. With Ruth, she laid below his feet.
I don't put myself out there. I can honestly say I do.
Yeah, she put herself out there. I was going to go there, but I don't want to go back there.
I wouldn't say do all that because that still puzzled me. But I understand the concept. Of
that was custom.
But I understand
that was
the concept
customs
of
in those
making
days.
yourself available.
But it is the concept of making. You got it. My book, Preparing and Positioning for the Right One. I got a book for every subject. Preparing and Positioning for the Right One. You got to first prepare, and then you got to position yourself. Whether it's going to, I'm giving y'all some game, whether it's going to Sam's at 6:30, 7 o'clock, or going to the deli that serves hot meal, because men are there grabbing.
Yeah, they're grabbing, yeah.
They're grabbing
And
their food.
looking at
Guess where I'm
grocery
going when I
cart.
leave here?
Yeah.
I'm
You can
going
cook.
to the city market. I'm sending them a shout out. That's my guys. They watch me. I'm going to city market. They got all these hot meals in there that you go and grab. So you want to find a man? I could tell you where to go find a man. But most women, they praying, but they ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
Faith
they won't
without
go out
work
the
is
house.
dead.
They're preparing, but they won't go out the house. They're afraid.
Yeah.
You got to go sit at that restaurant by yourself,
Yeah,
table
get
for
the
one.
bar.
Friend
Yeah.
of mine, Dr. Arisha Hill, she has a book called Table for One. You got to go sit. Those trips that you wait for a man to take you on, you got to go, Stella. Get your groove back. Go. You got to go yourself. You're going to meet him there. But you can't sit there and say, I'm waiting on a man, need a man, get me a man. And they ain't coming knocking at your door.
Yeah, but
They don't even know you're there.
I desire it, but I'm not really, like, you know how some people press for it? I'm not pressed. I'm actually okay. Like, I feel like when it comes, it's going to come.
But how do you know when it's going to come if you're not outside? You got to go outside. My daughters told me that. She's like, Mom, get outside.
I do not go outside at all.
So even if because I live in the Dearborn area, I'll go to, it's an Applebee's right there, right? So I go there and I sit at the bar and I have an appetizer, and it never fails. Somebody always send me a drink, and the bar, I know the table for one is good, but to me, when I see a person at a table, even if it's just for one, I always think that somebody's coming.
Yeah.
I always think they somebody's coming. But when you're at the bar and you're sitting there and you're enjoying your meal, you're watching the TV, drink, whatever you do, then they automatically know that you're in the singles pool, or, you know what I'm saying? So I would advise you to, first start at the cigar bar. Because there be some of the most eligible men. I didn't realize cigars even cost
Well, I ain't
that
going to work
much.
for her. She got allergies.
She got allergies.
You should go.
You about to kill her. You about to kill her.
No,
You about to kill her in the cigar bar.
shot and go sit down.
You about to kill her. She be there mentally.
Trying to kill herself. Just
Oh, I got to get.
it ain't that deep. It ain't never that deep.
I need my
She's about.
I'm surprised
You
this
in the
camera
bar like-
haven't bothered me.
She's about. I'll be right back.
Right. Dragging dragging herself out the.
You at the cigar bar.
I love a cigar bar. I go to one everywhere I go.
In places that are of your interest. You have a business or business conferences. You know what I'm saying? Like things in those spaces. Because like for me, when I met my boyfriend, he told me he didn't drink. I didn't believe him because I'm like, I don't drink. He probably just saying that. He really didn't drink. So for me, I'm not about to go to a bar to meet a man if I know I don't want to drink and I don't want a drinker. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about the things that interest you.
Right.
And go in those places. But go in those places not always in the intention of looking because he has to find you. A lot of times, we looking and you can't find. People are single by choice. Nobody's single because nobody wants them.
Right.
You're single by choice. So careful with your words. You can find somebody and be messed up.
You know, what is it? The DIA? Oh my God.
The Institute of
Somebody who can teach you something.
Museum,
Show you some art.
Yeah, because you can learn and you can look.
But she said the golf course too. I thought was a really good place.
Golf course is good,
Golf
because they have
course,
country clubs and, the yacht club.
Women say that there are no good men out here, but they continue to sit in the house.
Yeah.
And they continue just to go. Sometimes in groups like this, where 3 women are out, a man is not going to say nothing.
No, he's not.
Because he feels intimidated.
Well, you ain't the one.
No,
not necessarily.
not necessarily.
Not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily.
But, okay, you got
say
3
something.
beautiful women, and then he's like, I really want to talk to that one, but this one is fine too. Oh my God.
Not only that, but if you're an introvert man, I'm an introvert man. See, y'all don't think about introvert man. Even
My
though
bad, Bishop.
even though I do this, outside of this, they both know this. And when I talk to you, I'll be like, okay, I'm going because I'm an introvert.
Yeah, we was. I don't even think our conversation was done when he just walked away.
After 5 minutes,
I didn't think it was a goodbye. Maybe it was. I don't know.
I was on the river doing my walk, and she was trying to find a space to work that day, and we started talking. And told about the podcast studio, and
he was gone in the wind, y'all.
Yeah, he checks out after 5 minutes.
Okay,
we had a meeting
crazy.
before. We had a staff meeting before y'all got here. How long was it?
5 minutes.
That's so funny. We never
checks
talked
out.
about that. I'm like, this man just walked away. I don't even think it was a goodbye. All right. Okay, bye.
That's me, because I was already uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I'm what is the word
it.
when you one-on-one? I'm socially
people with social
Awkward?
anxiety.
no
Socially
awkward.
Awkward, socially awkward.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this group, I can do it.
Yeah.
But if I'm one-on-one with you, what we talking about? Oh, okay. I'm telling you, that's how. So the man that's like me, a woman to say, so what? I could be a good man, but if I see all 3, I'm like, I'm not gonna take that chance.
I take that back.
I tell my buddy, I tell Ray, I say, Ray, tell her I like her or something like. I
No.
Butch.
No, you know how many times I've gotten texts and he said to me, see if you can get her number.
Yeah.
But what if? But hold on.
I am.
Ray,
don't be laughing.
But what if a woman that you just really want, you just gonna let her?
I'll go in.
Okay, so you ain't that socially awkward.
Well, if it's one I really want, then I'll say something. But I'm telling you, that's my personality.
Because but the key word,
People
the woman you really want.
People think that I'm lying because I do all this, but there are people that can't do this. They good one-on-one, but when I've seen people come to my studio at Word and they freeze up.
Oh, I get it. I can be very shy.
Yeah.
Very shy. People don't believe me.
Yeah, but
I can.
If it's one I probably missed out on, I probably have missed out because I didn't say nothing. I'm being honest. Yeah.
So
right.
when you
it's
gonna
for
start
you,
making
they
that
come back around.
choice? Yeah. So when you gonna make a different choice?
I'm good.
Yeah. He said this
Because we about to get on your case.
He's okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
After it's worked 61
it
years.
works for him. Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to some wonderful women. Beautiful women. I mean, eventually it happens if it's supposed to happen. But me just going up, and there's a lot of men like me that won't admit that. I admit it for those that won't admit it. But sometimes if you're out by yourself, a man will say something to you faster than he will in a group of women.
Yeah.
And can I comment on that, especially for the ladies? We just had this conversation. When a man does approach you, a lot of times women get very boastful, like, and want to talk down on men. I don't understand as a woman, but I can only imagine how hard it is to have to go up to a woman and face rejection. Like, as women, we have to appreciate a compliment, whether you were interested or not. We have to be grateful because men do not have to go out of their way to say anything to us. Because the moment we stop hearing compliments, now we question it ourselves.
Like, what's wrong with me? Yeah.
So as women, like, I don't care if whatever, he ain't come hard enough, whatever it was, always be appreciative. Yeah. Like, I had turned down the guy. I told him, I said, that was a smooth line. That was real good. You tried on somebody else. That was good. But I wasn't interested. And we laughed about it. Now he still has his confidence. Yeah. He not shattered. He gonna try with somebody else.
Right.
But as women, we gotta remember that we will break a man in a heartbeat. Yeah.
My daughter that's 28. She just had her BBL, and I mean, she's that girl banging, right? So she says, "Ma, I give my phone number to every guy that asks." And I was like, why? She said, because, there's a block button. But at least I didn't reject them and they didn't turn around and disrespect me. Yeah. So I don't think it's a good idea. But if it works for you, but maybe she doesn't have the tact or the knack that you do.
I had to learn how to properly reject men. Yeah. Because, a lot of men get crazy. Yeah.
Right.
You can be cool
That's what she
about
was saying.
It.
Yeah.
You be cool, like, you know what, I have a boyfriend. Or I was saying it when I didn't have a boyfriend. Yeah. And that worked, sometimes it didn't. Yeah. But I got to a place of being honest. When I was single, I would just be like, I'm really just not interested.
You know what I learned?
And that's just it.
This is the greatest man deterror. See, it will throw... Because think about it. As soon as you meet a person, the first thing you do is go.
What you gonna do? Slide it off for the one you want? Hold on.
No, if I see somebody that I want, most of the time, if I see somebody I want, I'm bold. I usually I'll approach. I don't have to wait on no guy to come send me no drink or something like that.
This is one of my questions. We never got to the question, but that's one of the questions. That's the difference in I think the generation of old, and we're going to end, the generation of old, they know how to flirt. They knew how to drop their handkerchief. Yeah. Now it's in the DMs.
Slide them their numbers, right.
Slide them their number. Now, you all, this generation, y'all.
Yeah, y'all
I'm
DM
just saying,
famous.
like, y'all think, but I think y'all think y'all too good to do that.
I'm not approaching a man
that you're losing it's not like you.
But hold on,
it's just flirting.
Yeah, no, it's a certain way I will go about it. I will give you a look. I'm gonna give you a look. We having a conversation. You can hear it in my conversation. My boyfriend, I gave him a look. It was you looking at me back. Okay, cool. Now we making eye contact. Now there's an interest in the room, but I don't boldly walk up to a man. I just don't. I don't know if I ever will.
Please, I'll send him a drink.
But you experience. But that's where you are. Like
Right, I'll send him a drink.
Play old school. She should have been a man.
Look, I really should.
Because
I have paid for guys' food, and he go to the register, and they be like, "Oh, she did that," and he'll be. And then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's smooth.
Got him. So because the average guy does not expect you to initiate.
Not at all.
They'll watch you from across the room all day long. But sometimes you lose out. Yes. Because we think that it's the man's role. No. It's a people role. Because he might be an introvert. He want to talk to you, but he don't have the boldness to do it. So somebody got to make the first move.
Ooh, I know these comments going.
Yeah, I'm going to close my mouth on this one.
Hey, y'all, this has been a wonderful 2 weeks. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Again, as you see, there are a lot of similarities in the generations, but there are a lot of differences. Like, who would have thought that the old bird would walk up to somebody and say,
whatever.
She said,
"You going home with me."
All right, Nina, tell us where we can find you.
That's Nina Nero across all social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, 3 or 4 Facebook pages, Clubhouse every night, 12 a.m. Clubhouse when the right one comes, the midnight cry, right? Because I'm in the room when the right one comes every day too. So, but Definitely. If you need anything, if your life is surrounded by hurt and pain, then you need to log on every morning at 12 a.m. to Clubhouse and let us pray with you. Let us help heal you from your hurt, heal you from your pain.
And tell Speedway send me some money for that cup being in that frame.
Speedway.
Because it's all the way in the frame. Now put it back on the other side.
Right, but I had it over here.
No, you had it over there. It's better, but you got it all in there. Speedway, send me some money.
Right.
Yeah,
That's my gas place anyway. But anyway, Kara, where we find you?
I'm Kara the Baker at Instagram, and Crumbs Baked Goods. Check us out on
What
Instagram.
you bake?
I bake everything: cheesecakes, pound cakes.
You gotta bring
Dessert
one in for the next episode.
I told her,
I love pound cake.
I've been told her that. Sample.
7-Up, cream and cheese pound cakes, all that.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Hey y'all, you can find me at Mykea Latia, MYKEYA LATIA on Instagram or Unlocked with Keys. Check out the podcast as well.
And you can find me, Bishop Greg Davis, everywhere. Every social media, 3 o'clock every day on Clubhouse. It's either we're talking about relationships, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. I'm teaching, I'm preparing you for the right one through practical skills through the Word of God. And Sundays at 12:30, I have something called the Sunday Morning Word. So Sunday Word. Join me. And then don't forget to register.
Saturday, too.
Saturdays at 3 o'clock also. Register. It's coming the 18th of December. Why don't you let me navigate you through the waters of relationship? December 18th at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to be talking about practical things. Some of the things we talked about here to prepare you for the right one, because I believe 2024 is going to be the year of the hookup. It's only $20. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be live right from this table. We're going to have guests here, also guests that are going to be virtual as we get you together. $20, gregdavisshow.com. Go register now. Thank you, Ray. Thank all of the staff. K-Rob manager who's sitting here today. We appreciate all of you. Make sure you donate to this. The giving information is at the bottom. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share the channel. Tell somebody about the broadcast. And this has been a groundbreaking production. We'll see you next time. Go with God. Peace.
Bye.
Right.